Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, I also publish on Rumble, the blogger as an archive post, and on Patreon for extra support. On Rumble, everything is caught up except with this one. I made the upload of basically the game capture of the live stream that I did Sunday. I tried to streamline the situation here. I removed the intro and everything, and I basically that's what I did. There was not much to do in terms of editing, but yeah, I changed the thumbnail. So in the live thingy, I'm changing the thumbnail, so it's more perceptible. Was a live stream, and it's completely with the intro and everything in between. And here, of course, it has as you can see, it only has the full game capture, so it's 4K 60 there also. So and I will do another one probably during this week after I did the little changes that I mentioned in the end of the live stream, so I can start doing some Elden Ring there. And of course, this will be live streams VOD. This is an encompassing all live streams VODs. I will put it here, and then probably I will have another playlist just for Elden Ring live streams in terms of VOD also. I will play every live stream at least as it is here. I will leave it there. I don't know how to I prefer to do everything like game capture. I think it looks better, even though I can have commentary with interactions on the live stream itself. It is what it is. I think it feels better. And yeah, and today we should have it's a Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order episode later on. Not much happening in terms of gaming. We got a lot of rumors. It started at least 2 days ago, give or take, but I didn't want to mention too much. At least I think I didn't mention yesterday. Regarding no, I mentioned, but I think yesterday. How was the timeline? I think then yesterday I saw, after I did the video, that Phil Spencer is going to announce a new business update event. After this kind of rumors, I covered this yesterday. Now I remember, regarding Starfield and Indiana Jones in the Great Circle, and afterwards there came up some rumors regarding Gears of War franchise. So basically, the first-party titles that Xbox always been exclusive to Xbox, supposedly coming to PlayStation and other platforms. And I think yesterday, at least, it's my still my thoughts here. Of course, they have to expand. I think it's a good move in terms of reaching to other platforms, because it might be a little bit too late, because older games might not sell so well in other platforms at this moment in time. But from a few years ago, since the fact that they basically integrated PC with Xbox completely, I think they saw a little bit sales growth came up a little bit, I suppose. So they think that, okay, if everything that we put on Xbox is directly put it in PC, and if we can make more sales out of these games, we might as well try to reach out and go for the other platforms also. I think it's a good move. I think I understand timed exclusives, especially when it is first-party studio stuff there. Like, for example, the Gears of Wars, now with everything coming. But that then comes the little issue. For sure, some of those Bethesda games, which is Starfield, Indiana Jones, the upcoming ones, and other first-party studios there. I think depending then also on the franchise, I don't think, for example, Call of Duty, because he usually sells well every year, I don't think there will be timed exclusives, because it doesn't compensate financially, mainly because how much it costs to develop those games, and then just putting closed circuit on one platform which at this moment one platform is basically Xbox PC, and not let at least the other side sell well, because if you have a timed exclusive on an annual franchise, doesn't work that well. Yeah, but yeah, hopefully we will have at least a better idea, because they did the merger with Bethesda. I'm sure there were some moves around also with Activision stuff there. Bobby Kotick went away. They announced a new CEO. They're doing some movements there on the high positions. Let's see how Phil Spencer goes about it. Hopefully, good news, not bad news. Of course, with all the mergers came up some layoffs here and there, which is to a certain degree expected. Again, like I said, it's mainly because if you have duplicate persons doing the same job, it becomes redundant, and it's not worth it. That's why usually that there are layoffs in this kind of mergers and acquisitions. But yeah, hopefully good news. More quality games. I don't know if they're going to tease up like the next gen Xbox, because we already saw some rumors throughout last year, I think, regarding PS5 Pro stuff. I'm not sure if it is official. I don't follow up too much on the console stuff, but from the rumblings, I'm not sure if they are planning to do a PS5 Pro kind of a thing there. Mid-life cycle refresh on the console stuff before the next gen stuff comes up. But yeah, maybe we will see some tease regarding that, regarding like Xbox X, whatever it's called, Pro kind of a thing. But yeah, hopefully good games that maybe also regarding indie scene, maybe they will announce something like that, more stuff coming up. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully good news will come out of this business update event next week. I will keep my eyes on it, mainly because Xbox at the moment interests me a lot, because usually the things that they bring to Xbox come at the same time for PC. That's why. Or else I will not cover that much of Xbox stuff. Even though PlayStation is bringing up their PC ports, which in terms of quality are pretty good. But yeah. Let's see how it goes. Regarding Dogma 2 again, there's been some other rumors regarding the targeted frame rates for consoles. Again, it's one of the advantages of having a PC, or at least a good PC that can play these games at different frame rates and with different quality settings, is you're not stuck on for example, a 30 FPS here. I prefer to have a solid 60 FPS, even though if you have to reduce the resolution of the game, it's preferable, or lower a little bit. You have more control on PC. Basically, that's it regarding how you play your games to a certain degree. But yet, seemingly, I think we already came out the PC spec requirements, and how they're targeting the thing there. What we saw is, I think, with the Resident Evil engine or RE engine power titles, usually what they try to target, like 60 frames per second 4K, it's not 4K, it's the P, I forget what the P stands for, but it's the usually 2160 interpolated frames, which is a little bit it takes a little bit hit on the performance side. Can present itself in a 4K kind of a thing, but it's interpolated frames. Again, I'm not an engineer, so I cannot tell you what the difference is, but I know interpolated, supposedly it's less good than the P, which is progressive frames. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you regarding that. But yeah, there's some confirmations that they are not targeting 30 frames per second, even though they cannot maintain a solid 60 frames at the performance mode there. But yeah, but again, Capcom is not yet provided additional details on the matter. Okay, the game will come on March 22. I don't know if they're just touching up the final touches in terms of performance so they can give a better idea to the persons that are buying the game. But again, on console, expect at least a solid 30 frames per second, and in some cases you might get some, I don't know, with performance mode around 50ish. The problem with this is if there is a lot of variation on the frames. Usually, most TVs don't have variable refresh rate. Yeah, while now a lot of monitors, PC monitors have the VRR stuff and the G-Sync stuff, or the sync stuff between the GPU and the PC monitors usually give you more fluid, even though if the frame rates can dip or fluctuate a lot, it gives you a better experience overall than to have like a 60 frames TV, and if it doesn't have VRR, it's going to be a more of a stuttery experience than on PC. But yeah, I'm not expecting that a lot of stuff. This engine seems pretty kind of light, on the light side in terms of demanding requirements, but that was, at least from my experience for Resident Evil 7, I remember playing 1080p 60 frames per second, not with my 1060. I think it was a 6 gigabyte VRAM at the time, and it played okay-ish, no problems. I did a gameplay series on that one. That's why I wanted to try out in 4K to see how much it pushes the GPU or not, and then of course I'll have the Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil Village to see how good it looks, and then I want to try out these new open world variations of the engine because it had to be tweaked around to handle open world. The same thing will happen with Monster Hunter Wilds. It's the same engine and it's going to be like very open world, which Resident Evil games are not. They are open areas to a certain degree, and the remakes also are made with this engine, so I think it's more versatile in that sense. I think it's not that demanding of play to have a good quality, graphic quality to demand a lot on the hardware. At least that's my perception. But yeah, not much happening except for these things that caught my attention. I'm just going to wrap up with some gaming deals. We got the Steam Next Fest, so it's a lot of upcoming games that will come out till the summer. I think that's the aim that they're going for, or at maximum this year. I got this one, Pacific Drive. I've been covering this game. When something comes up, it will come up by the end of this month. Again, seems pretty good. Very detailed on the way you go about the gameplay. Very kind of lifelike kind of simulation. Even, for example, you have the car as your companion. You have to always fix the car, check the car. When you enter the car, you have to open the door, enter the car, close the door. You have to make sure the car is on park, turn the car on, remove the parking, put on drive. And when you stop the car, you have to do the things that you usually do when you get out of a car. Make sure it is on park, and you have to turn off the engine. Then you have to open the door, exit the car, close the door. All this kind of little things here seems pretty interesting. Kind of the realism of those mechanics, and the fact that you have to fix like flat tires, the way you go about the resource management there. And how because basically the car is your main, it's basically the only way of going around in the areas there. But it's very interesting the way they're going about this game. And again, this game is made by a handful of people, if not mistaken, so it's a very indie in that sense, and it seems to be a pretty good one in terms of kind of roguelike kind of a thing, or survival style games. And it's very intricate in the gameplay mechanics there. Seems pretty interesting. Again, I'll leave the link on the Steam page on the description. Also, you got Crypt Custodian. Seems an interesting one, kind of Metroidvania. You got the Meow Meow as a Crypt Custodian, and it seems like Metroidvania in the sense that in puzzling style and combat kind of a thing there. Seems pretty interesting. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It will supposedly come out this year. but we don't have any more details regarding wow, this is a huge map here. But we don't have any more details regarding a proper launch date. But yeah, seems interesting. That's why I keep it on my wish list to keep my eyes on this game. And in terms of gaming deals by itself, you got a lot of PlayStation ports. You got Days Gone now on Steam, around 12 and a half, $12.50, give or take. This has been on GOG. Now it's on Steam. As you can see, it's always kind of the same price. We got also now God of War, 50% off. Yeah, God of War Ragnarok should launch maybe this year. I don't know the sequel. But yeah, it's 50% off. Usually it's been 40, I think. I'm not sure. But then again, yeah, here it is. Save 40%. This is last year. 40% last time. Now it's 50%. So it's a better price there. You got Last of Us Part 1, 33%. It's the usual. Yeah, I played the original when it came out on PlayStation 3. Yeah, PlayStation 3. In the meantime, it had, I don't know how many remasters and remakes and whatever. Eventually, I will play this game because I really enjoy the main story of the game. That's my main thing here. The combat systems and the navigations are more than decent, but yeah, the story here and how it plays out in the game, it's the most interesting, and I think it's excellent the way it's told. Continuing, we got Hogwarts Legacy. 40% off, which is the usual thing here. Again, the base game is more than enough. The digital deluxe edition at this moment in time, it only has like skins, like the hats and the stuff there. At least that's what I understand from here. And yeah, 40% off. I think it's a good deal. Again, I will eventually will play this game in the near future. And lastly, we got Wolfenstein Alternative History Collection. So basically the 4 mainline games in terms of the timeline of the games, they are on the discount between 75 to 85%. So basically $5 each game. So $20 the 4 games, and I'm not sure if the new Colossus has some extra DLC associated with it. I'm not sure, but yeah, pretty decent games. This one not so much. It has like mixed reviews. The rest is got from very positive to very positive. Basically, that's it. Yeah, it says $10, but it's not $10. A little bit more for me. And lastly, we got on GOG Spiritfarer Farewell Edition. This is the standard edition. Yeah, the standard edition, it doesn't have extra content here. On the other versions, it's like soundtrack and everything. It's 75% off. I think it's a good deal, and I really want to play this game one of these days. And of course, you have demos, which is always good to check out a little bit of the game to see how it goes. And yeah, basically this is what I got for you today. I'm just going to wrap up with a plug on my Patreon for extra support, which will be mainly for storage at this moment in time. Storage for which I need to have backups of the stuff that I do for my clients, and of course some extra space for the videos that I do for the channel. And with all that said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, Kunamy Master out.